Shalom and peace to all of us. Welcome to the Apologetika Journal YouTube channel, which discusses the Bible and history. I would like to take this opportunity to correct the untrue news that has been spread. The history of Riyanto, the fake hero at Christmas in Indonesia. He is stupid, still worshipped. Now is the time for me to reveal the truth through news that is not exposed. There is an impression of being covered up, even though it is from a true witness. Riyanto's short profile. A young man named Riyanto was born in Kediri on October 19, 1975, East Java. At the time of the December 24, 2000 bomb explosion in Mojokerto, Riyanto was 25 years old. Riyanto's job at that time was a porter. Children of husband and wife couples Sukarman, father, and Katinam, mother. Riyanto is the eldest of 7 siblings. Riyanto is a member of the Banser, Multi-Purpose Ansor Front. Multi-Purpose Ansor Front, better known as Banser, abbreviation of Barisan Ansor Serbaguna, is an Islamic militia organization based in Indonesia. It is a paramilitary wing of the youth organization Ansor Youth Movement, GP Ansor, affiliated with Nahdlatul Ulama, NU, the largest Islamic mass organization in the world. Banser operates as a semi-autonomous body of GP Ansor and mainly serves for the security and humanitarian operations. Combined personnel of Banser doubles the number for the Indonesian National Armed Forces, TNI. Making Banser, and its parent organization GP Ansor, a political heavyweight which holds the key to the national stability. Throughout history, Banser has played a major role, especially in issues related to religion. From the active participation in the Indonesian mass killings of 1965–1966 against the perceived members of the Indonesian Communist Party, to the more recent development of standoff against Hizbut Tahrir Indonesia. Eyewitness recounts the Christmas bombing in Mojokerto. Picture the location of the bomb that exploded at the Mojokerto. 2 bombs exploded in front of the Pentecostal Congregational Church in Indonesia, GSJPDI, Eben Hazer Jalan Kartini No. 4, Mojokerto City. Even though dozens of years have passed, the tragic memory still lingers in the memory of a number of eyewitnesses to the tragedy that killed Riyanto, a member of the Multi-Purpose Ansor Front, Banser. One of these dark memories was shared by GSJPDI pastor Eben Hazer, Rudy Sanusi Wijaya. According to him, before the bomb exploded on the night of December 24, 2000, the Christmas Mass was going well. Hundreds of congregations worship solemnly. There is no sign that the bloody tragedy caused by the terrorists will shake this church, which was built in 1964. At 8 p.m., continued Pastor Rudy, the peace of the congregation began to be disturbed when a small bag was found under one of the congregation's pews. Because he thought the bag belonged to the congregation that was left behind. The church administrator handed it over to him. He did not think that the bag contained a bomb ready to explode. At that time the Christmas Mass was over. The congregation started to leave the church. I opened the bag to find the owner's identity. It turned out that there was nothing but gift wrap, Rudy told reporters while showing, no photos, the location where the bag containing the bomb was found at GSJPDI Eben Hazer. Wednesday, the 24th of December 2014. Feeling suspicious, Rudy said, he asked the church administrator to hand it over to the police who were on guard in front of the church. Because he was busy giving gifts to security officers, the church administrator left the bag containing the bomb in the church. Unexpectedly, another bomb exploded in front of GSJPDI Eben Hazer. The bomb, which was packed in a black plastic bag, was found by the police under a payphone located across the street in front of the church, precisely in the right corner of Kartini's flash photo printing. The police prevented the congregants from leaving the location. When the police opened it, it turned out that it contained a series of wires. So, Mas Riyanto put the bomb in the drain in front of Dr. Gunawan's house. He thought the bomb was like fireworks if it was put in the drain hole in the hope that it wouldn't explode. However, the bomb exploded in a waterway, he said. As a result of the bomb explosion, Riyanto was thrown about 30 meters. The body of this banser member flew past the Ebenezer Church and landed behind a resident's house. The intensity of the explosion made Riyanto's body difficult to identify. Endless bloody tragedy there. After the first explosion, the church administrator remembered that there was a suspicious bag inside. Accordingly, the bag was taken out and placed in the middle of the road. The second bomb exploded, but the church administrator had already run inside, he said. Meanwhile, the owner of the Kartini shop, Sulikan, said that due to the explosion of the two bombs, the front of his shop was badly damaged. The tiles and doors are no longer in their position. Dr. Gunawan's fence collapsed. Not only that, the left shoulder of the man who was born 70 years ago was injured after being hit by the second bomb splinter. My shop was still open at that time. When I heard the first explosion, I immediately left the shop. Shortly thereafter, a bomb in a small black bag exploded in the middle of the road, right in front of my shop, he said. As one of the victims, Sulikan admitted that he was traumatized. He hopes that the police will tighten security for this year's Christmas Mass so that a similar tragedy will not be repeated. Hopefully it won't happen again, he concluded. Next, with a different witness. Testimony to the true story of Riyanto Banser, the savior of the church. Christmas 2000 in Mojokerto left painful memories for the people, where on that day a church was the target of an act of terrorism that planted a bomb in the church area, in which event a member of the Banser or Barisan Serbaguna Nahdlatul Ulama Mojokerto was killed, who tried to save the church congregation carrying the bomb away. From the story circulating, Riyanto was martyred in the 2000 Christmas Eve bombing incident at the Ebenezer Church on Jalan Kartini, Prajurit Kulen district, Mojokerto city. The story states that the young man, who was born on November 23, 1975 from the Prajurit Kulen village, district, Mojokerto city, died clutching a bomb while guarding the Christmas Mass at the church. However, a key witness denied the story circulating in the community. Aibtu Agus T. Prayatno Handoko said that at that time Riyanto did not run while bending down while carrying a bomb. However, Riyanto walked up to Aibtu Agus while carrying an object wrapped in a black plastic bag. At that time he was in front of Dr. Gunawan's house, on the west side of the Ebenezer Church, Mojokerto city. I don't know where Riyanto took the package and with whom. Riyanto Banser came to me from east to west, when I was guarding in front of Dr. Gunawan's house, said Agus, who at that time was still holding the rank of Sergeant Major and served in the Prajurit Kulen sector police post, when he was met at his house in Palorejo, Prajurit Kulen village, Mojokerto city. Friday, the 25th of December 2020. Agus then opened the plastic bag. When he opened the package, he and Riyanto sat facing each other while squatting in the sewer. The first layer of the package was very easy to open, but there was still another plastic bag, but the second package was difficult to open and he tore it at the end. How shocked he was when he saw an object the size of a motorcycle battery with wires, nails, gunpowder, and a ticking clock. The bag or plastic that I brought was black in color at first. It turned out that inside there was a crackle and another black crackle. But I opened the second crackle. How difficult it came. In the end Riyanto tore it up, he said. At that time it was not clearly visible because the yellow city lights were not that bright. I saw there was a cable and there was a clock ticking, he explained. Knowing this, Agus immediately jumped up and his eyes widened and shouted, "Run, sir, everyone! Watch out for bombs, fall down!" I ran 5 steps, I couldn't bear to and looked back. Maybe Allah was the one who told me to see Riyanto didn't run and the object was held. Maybe it was considered a firecracker and put it in the control tank, water tunnel. Yes, it automatically shorted, it wasn't time to explode, right? He explained. Agus explained that in front of Dr. Ganawan's house there were sewers with control tubs. I can still see with my own eyes that Banser, Riyanto, is in a hunched position, said Agus. Agus also deeply regretted Riyanto's actions for not running away and instead putting the bomb in the sewers. That object, a plastic bag containing a bomb, was put into the sewer by him, Riyanto, and immediately exploded, he said. The bomb explosion occurred on December 24, 2000 at around 8:10 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. At the same time the Christian congregation was leaving and was followed by the second bomb explosion which was under a pedicab. The second bomb was under the pedicab which is right in front of the Eben Hazer Church, he said. Agus firmly denies that the chronology of the 2000 Christmas bombing that killed Riyanto in a book entitled, Riyanto Against Terrorists, is not true. All of that is not true. If indeed the bomb exploded in Riyanto's arms, he would have been destroyed, but still intact. The explosion coincided with my command. When the bomb exploded, Riyanto, bent down automatically. His head, arms and legs disappeared. This is a legal fact, not thrown, he said. He also revealed that he had never been interviewed by the author of the book about Riyanto. Even though according to him he was the only key witness in the Christmas mass bombing incident in 2000. He felt he did not agree with the title of the book. Because Riyanto was not fighting terrorists but was a victim of a bomb blast. The drafting team even interviewed a member of Banser who said he was guarding the church that night. While Amir did not know the seconds when the plastic bag was opened. I have approached Amir and Saiful Amin as the editors of the book. History should be straightened out. I am the only key witness, he added. The storyline of the 2 testimonies, the first testimony from Pastor Rudy Sanusi Wijaya. The second testimony was from Aibtu Agus T. Prayatno Handoko. The storyline of the 2 testimonies. At first, Pastor Rudy Sanusi Wijaya found a bag in the church containing unidentified gift packages. Then handed it over to the church management to be handed over to the police guarding the front of the church. The church administrator happened to hand over the bag to Riyanto. who was probably closer to the church entrance. Riyanto walked out of the church area carrying a bag from the church administrator, and Riyanto, banser came to me from east to west. When I was guarding in front of Dr. Gunawan's house, APOLOGETIC opened the plastic bag with Riyanto sitting facing each other while squatting on the edge of the culvert. The first layer of the package was very easy to open, but there was another plastic bag, but the second package was difficult to open and Riyanto tore it in the end. Even though the city lights were yellow, APOLOGETIC saw the wires along with the sound of the clock ticking. Knowing this, Agus immediately jumped and opened his eyes and shouted, "Run, everyone! Watch out for bombs, get down!" At that time, many congregations and church officials who were at the location avoided many and some entered the church. I ran 5 steps. I couldn't bear it and looked back. Maybe God was the one who told me to see Riyanto didn't run and the object was held. Maybe it was considered a firecracker and put in the control tank, water tunnel. Of course it automatically shorted. It wasn't time to explode, said APOLOGETIC. APOLOGETIC explained that in front of Dr. Gunawan's house there were culverts or water tunnels. I can still see with my own eyes banser Riyanto's standing position while bowing, said Agus. APOLOGETIC also deeply regretted Riyanto's actions, which did not run away and instead put the bomb in the sewer. That object, a plastic bag containing a bomb, was put into the sewer by Riyanto and immediately exploded, he said. The second bomb is under the rickshaw, not under a public telephone. Because there are no public telephones in that area. Not long after the bomb under the rickshaw exploded, the owner of the Kartini shop, Sulikan, said that due to the explosion of the 2 bombs, the front of his shop was badly damaged. The tiles and doors are no longer in their positions. Dr. Gunawan's fence collapsed. Not only that, the left shoulder of the man who was born 70 years ago was injured after being hit by the second bomb splinter. In the story at the beginning, as a result of the bomb explosion, Riyanto was thrown about 30 meters. The body of this banser member flew past the Ebenezer Church and landed behind a resident's house. The intensity of the explosion made Riyanto's body difficult to identify. APOLOGETIC said, if indeed the bomb had exploded in Riyanto's arms, he would have been destroyed, but still intact. The explosion coincided with my command to watch for a bomb, get down. When the bomb exploded, when Riyanto bent down, his head, arms and legs disappeared automatically. This is a legal fact. Not thrown. I underline Riyanto's stupidity. I can still see with my own eyes that banser, Riyanto, is in a hunched position, said Agus. He regretted that at that time the banser members did not run away. Even though everyone around ran away, including the TNI and police. That object, a plastic bag containing a bomb, was put into the sewer by him, Riyanto, and immediately exploded, he said. I ran 5 steps, I couldn't bear it and looked back. Maybe Allah was the one who told me to see that Riyanto was not running and the object was being held. Maybe it was considered a firecracker and put into the control tank, water tunnel. Yes, it automatically shorted. It wasn't time to explode, right? Explained Agus. Is this a hero? Think using logic. Apologetic Journal in 2022. Lord Jesus bless you.